Hey friends, Tina from Loofah Barn. Here we are to do part 2 of my daily routine. So I have a friend in Florida, Miss Karen Peters, who has been asking me, and I've just been putting it off because I don't know why. But I did my daily morning routine this morning, and well, almost this afternoon. I kind of started late. And so this is going to be my nighttime routine. So, what I like to start out with is a water with some fruit in it. Why? Because it makes me feel good. When I have something like cute that makes me feel good, it already puts me like in a mood that I'm calming down. So, once we kind of get to our evening, we need to somehow wind down just a little bit. And so this is what always helps me to wind down. So whether you do, I didn't have any lemon, but I had oranges. So just a water with like a little bit of piece of fruit in it. So while you're doing your skincare routine, you're hydrating. And I was like a little stemware because it's cuter than using a plastic Tupperware glass. It just makes you feel better. So, thanks for the idea, Mom. My mom always, hi Ruby. Yes, my mother, Pastor Trudy, always uses stemware glass because growing up we had all this beautiful china, but we only got to use it like one time a year. So, like, why have it if you're not going to use it? So, my little darling little Ruby right there, she is one of my big soap and spray users, right? I miss you too. Hopefully we'll be back at church soon. So what I'm going to start with is tea tree and charcoal soap. It's a 2-part soap. Charcoal on one side and tea tree with chamomile, lavender, frankincense, all different kinds of amazing oils that are going to put good oils back in your skin. These come in different sizes, and they're sold by the weight. So sometimes, like, this is my favorite one because I can hold it in my hand really easy to get the soap off. But, we have them in round ones. So we're going to start with the charcoal. And I'm going to get my little loofah wet. I'm sitting next to my bathroom sink in here. So I'm going to get my charcoal with my little loofah. And we're going to clean our face. Don't be afraid of the charcoal. What this is doing... Hi, Paula. I got your order. I'm going to drop it by tomorrow. Since you got the day off today. Amazing that you got the day off today. She never gets a day off. She's working so hard. She works for a funeral home. Bless her heart. I've been praying extra hard for her because I can't even imagine how hard it would be working in a funeral home during COVID right now. Crazy. So, this is the charcoal part. And you can dab extra charcoal on. As you can see, I have a little pimple coming right here. Hi, Estella. So, you can do like this. So while I'm talking right here, I'm going to show you another part of the charcoal. I also have a activated hardwood charcoal mask. Okay, these come in a little tin. I'm not going to tip it all the way over because I don't want to like get charcoal all over my bathroom. I have pink rugs. So what I'm going to do here, hi Elizabeth. Okay, so you can see here a little bit right there. And this is 1/4 of a teaspoon. We're going to use half of that, which is 1/8. You just need a little tiny, little tiny bit. See that right there? Let me, if I can turn it around. See there? Okay. I just have a little glass container so I can show it to you. I just dropped that in there, okay? Then I'm going to get a little tiny bit of water, What I'm doing is I'm making my charcoal mask. Look, couple drops of water. Get an old brush. I have lots of old makeup brushes. And all I'm doing is stirring that around. I am making a charcoal mask. And there is this little container. It's like $6. And you're probably going to get 16 to 18 masks out of this. So all I'm doing is stirring it right here. Boom, boom, boom. We are charcoal masking right here. So you say, why would I want a charcoal mask? What's the big deal about charcoal? Charcoal is a detoxer. Charcoal is amazing for your skin. It's good for you inside and out. You can literally take this same mask. You can brush your teeth with it. You can dip your toothbrush in it. Keeps your breath smelling fresh. Keeps your teeth white. And it gets into your pores. And really gets all the gunk. And I always try and go right on the edge of my lips to get a little bit on my lips, because it's really important to get those pores right around the edge done, because we do have pores there. Usually around our eyes, we don't really have a lot of pores around our eyes. That's not a high oil content, and that's why we like do some aging in there. But look, so here's you can see my bowl's just about empty now. With that, I did an entire mask for my face. Elizabeth, she's so cute. She ordered once and then she ordered again. And I told her, well, you watch the video today, and if you want anything else, you just add it to it. I'm not sending your order out until tomorrow. So I generally try and do my very, very best that if you order before noon, I try and get that order out the same day. Sometimes I'm busy. I'm also a pastor, so we've been doing a lot of food delivery here lately. So sometimes, if it's food day, I don't get it out that day, but it certainly goes out the next day. And, I know what it feels like to, yes, tiny, tiny pores. But those tiny, tiny pores around your mouth can get milia. So milia, sometimes people get them around their eyes, and they're like hard little balls. Sometimes you get them right around the edges of your lips. And sometimes those little tiny balls, you can't pinch them, you can't squeeze them. They're very, very hard oil that has clogged up in the pore, and you literally have to wear that oil down. And, one of the products that I have here that I'm going to be showing you later, IMAX, is great for that. So the IMAX Gold is great for milia. So, the process of leaving the charcoal on, when the charcoal dries, it contracts. It like cracks, but it like pulls things out. So that's what's going to get all these pores right here cleaned out. So you can see it. So I'm not going to let it dry completely, because then we're going to be here all night, and you don't want to be listening to me like all night long. So when it dries, this is not a peel-off mask. This is a wash-off mask. So once it dries, you're just going to get your cloth, or you can just like lean over your sink. And you don't want to do this in the shower because you don't really get the full effect of charcoal, because the charcoal needs to dry. And you're kind of taken away from it if you don't let it dry. I mean, that's the benefit of it, is letting that charcoal dry. And if you're in the shower, all that humidity does not allow it to dry. So you want your face to be able to dry, so that, go get your little drink. Get off my nose here. Go get a little drink. Go get on Facebook a little bit. Go watch your favorite show. until the next commercial, pause it, and then go wash off your face. So that's one mask. This is an easy mask, and this really gets down in the pores, but it's not my favorite mask. Everybody knows what my favorite mask is, because everybody knows I love gold. I love anything to do with gold. I don't wear a lot of gold, but I do love gold. And it's just because I get dirty, I get out, and, you know, everyone always asks me, what's that dark line on your neck? And I had a spinal fusion years ago, and this is my scar right here. So no matter what I do, even to my chin and my neck area, I mean, like, I still have the scar, so it's going to always be there. So everybody knows this is my favorite. I'm going to clean out my brush. I'm going to use the same brush that I just used. My 24 karat gold tearing mask. So this is it right here. This is my little container. Of course, I just get the leftovers of when I'm making a batch. So I always use the brush, the handle of my brush, stir. Because gold is heavy, gold sinks to the bottom. You have to stir it. Look, it's just a quick stir. Stir, 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 stir. Then I take whatever I have left over right here. And I'm just going to do like I'm going to do my nose because I have this little pimple right here. I'm just going to do my nose and maybe like the side. Because this takes like about 20 minutes to dry. But you just put a little bit on here. Gold. I'd be loving some gold. It feels really, really cool. So if you have super, super sensitive skin, this is not the mask for you. Because this is going to give you a free wax job. This is going to take the stuff out of your pores. It's going to get rid of any dead skin. If you've got dead skin, it's going to come off with this. So, need my chin, because it dries fairly quick on the chin. The place that it takes the longest to dry is on your cheeks. I guess there's just not near as much blood flow in our cheek area as our chin and nose. So I've seen people post on their Facebook page, oh, look, I have the gold mask on, and you can barely even see it. And the reason why you can barely see it is because they didn't stir it. All the gold is on the bottom. They felt really cute anyway, but you've got to stir it to get the gold doing what it needs to do. So, okay, so here's our, hi Itza, I can see you there. I don't see your name, but I see you. So we're going to let that dry for a few minutes. All right. So while that's drying, I'm just going to rinse my brush right here. And let's just say by accident, you get some of this in your eyebrows. You get it right here. You put it over your whole face. And you get it in your eyebrow. Oh man, because that is going to rip them eyebrows out. You don't have to tear it off. You absolutely can rinse it. Just get it wet. And it dilutes it, and then you can just wipe it off. So if you get it in your eyebrows or you get it in your hairline, we don't want to like pull that out. We want every little bit, especially as older people, we want every little bit of hair that we have, that we can get, we want it. So, while this is drying, I'm going to talk about my little kits here. So, people, and these are suggestions. You don't have to use every single product that I have. I mean, if you have it, absolutely use it. Like, don't waste your money on buying stuff if you're not going to use it. But if you don't have anything, someone's asking me a question and I don't know what it's saying. Does that peel? Yes. So, this is going to peel. So, we have to wait for this to dry. And so, once this dries... Oh, I see. I have to like scroll on my camera to like see it. Look, I didn't even know that. Hi, David. So, if you have, it doesn't matter if you have one product or if you have 20 products, use them. If you're going to spend your money, use them. So these are suggestions. So these are products that I make, and people ask me all the time, which ones do you use? What cream do you use? Well, of course, I'm going to use Inner Beauty. I make 2 different creams, and of course, I'm going to use the one that's 12 times stronger. Why am I going to use the one that's not 12 times stronger? I'm not going to use a lighter version. I want the strongest one because I am my product. So, but if maybe you're new to Loofah Barn, and if you are, thank you for joining us tonight. But I have some kits this is a beauty kit. So this is the Beauty Pack Starter Kit. So this has your soap. This has your collagen spray. We're going to get to that in a second. It has your soap holder. And the reason why we want you to have a bamboo soap holder is because guess what's on the bottom of the soap? Ding, ding, ding. Charcoal. Charcoal. And when you lay charcoal down on your beautiful marble or quartz or whatever kind of countertop you have, it's going to turn it black. And yes, what can I use for sunspots? We're going to get there in just a minute. And so we have this soap holder because we want your soap to dry out. So I'm going to show you mine. Mine's got a lot of charcoal on it. So it's a little wooden bamboo soap holder. It's enough for your soap, your loofah, and it just sits right next to your sink, and they can all dry out. Because if you leave your soap like in the shower or just sitting on your counter, it's just going to melt away. And we don't want it to melt away. I want you to get the most out of the money that you've invested. So if you've invested $8 in this soap, I want you to be able to keep that soap for a long time, not just melting away in the shower. Some people cut a piece off and they use it in the shower because they want to like detox their armpits, and it's a great detoxer. But again, you want that soap to dry out. So let's see, is it drying yet? Not quite yet. And you'll know it's dry that when you start moving your face, it'll start peeling around the edge. So it isn't quite ready yet. So let's go to step number 2. So we've just washed our face and we have just put on a mask. So when you use either the charcoal mask or the gold tearing mask, that means that we are taking away from our face. We're taking gunk, but we're also taking good oils out of our face. It is super, super important. Now you immediately have to put something in. It lasts a long time on the holder. Yes, it does. And it will last. You'll be shocked at how long your soap will last if you use it on the bamboo holder. Hi, Gloria. So once we strip our face, so people ask me all the time, how often can I do this? You don't want to do it every single day unless you have super, super acne or oily skin. I tend to have a little more dry skin. So I only mask once a week. So this would be my, I'm generally either going to choose my charcoal or the gold. So it's really kind of what I have time for. Charcoal dries in about 10 minutes. The gold mask sometimes, especially on your cheek areas, take about 20 or 30 minutes. So it's whatever you have the time for. So, but it is super, super important that you don't mask every day, again, unless you've got a lot of acne. Maybe you do just certain areas. If you've got acne up here or around your nose, on your cheeks right here. We have a lot of people breaking out right now in this area because they're wearing a facial mask all day long. And they're saying, yeah, but why is my face breaking out? And your face is breaking out because of all the bacteria that we're breathing. It's all staying like right here. So if you tend to already have breakouts anyway, that's why I have, I don't have any in here with me right now, but I have spray bottles like this, and they are facial mask refreshers. They sanitize your mask from the inside, just spray. I have different scents, so they also make them smell amazing. So, you know, maybe you've worn it for a few hours and you're already like, oh my gosh, I can already smell my breath. And take it off, spray, just kind of air it out for a minute, put it right back on, smells amazing, and you've just sanitized the inside of your mask. Whether it's a disposable one, a washable one. The washable ones, 2 hours into your shift that you're working, you can't just go take it and go wash it. So maybe you are carrying 2 or 3 masks with you, you know, whatever you need to do, but we need to change those or sanitize those masks if you're having breakouts in that area. So, let's see. Not quite yet. Almost. See how it's just, but I mean, if we're going to do it, like, let's let it dry. So, again, once we have done a mask, it is really important that we're going to put good stuff back in. So after our soap, soap, for me, this is your basic. If you have a soap, your spray, which is like your toner, and a cream, you are good to go. And that is exactly what these kits have. So I have my beauty pack starter kit, and I also have an acne kit. So whether you're doing this because you have acne or you're just wanting to like take care of your skin already, I have both of those. They're $19 each. So whatever is more convenient for you, and it gives you enough for you to use for like a month and a half, 2 months. And for $19, you can't beat the price. You love the mask sanitizer. Thank you, Paula. So let's see now. Oh no, see, it's just a little bit gooey right here. So we're almost there. So soap first. And people ask me, okay, well, if you don't use the charcoal, I use the tea tree side every day. That is just a staple. That is going to clean my pores. It's not so harsh that it's going to like take everything out of my pores and strip it, but it is enough to get my face clean, get the dead skin off, because the dead skin is really what hinders us from our natural glow coming through is dead skin. So let's see, I just got my, it's still not quite, like it's already starting, but it's not like 100% yet. So second after soap would be your collagen booster or acne spray. So what the collagen booster does, we want to activate collagen in our own skin. Our body makes collagen, but what happens is the older that we get, the slower our body works. And if we're not stimulating it, then it just slows down, and that's why everybody's face begins to like sag, and it's because there's no collagen left. So you don't have to go get collagen injected. You're going to make your own. And that's why we want to stimulate. So, you know, you could sit and watch TV and do this. You could pat your face. You could do this, and you're going to start getting blood flow. You've seen people do, you know, the little women that they would sit on, you know, you would see old movies where they were like tapping this. Well, it's because they're trying to get the blood flow going. And people say, yeah, but why would you do that? Well, if you're going to get blood drawn, they just do this, and that gets the blood flowing in that area. So rather than slapping yourself, you could put the spray on, because it has a lot of oils, has a lot of mint, and that stimulates blood flow in that area. And it makes your pores super tiny. Let me tell you, I had ginormous pores, like crater pores. We have a friend who has this like 65-inch TV, and it was so weird watching football players that you could literally see the pores on their nose. I'm like, I would be embarrassed at the size of those pores, and that really got me to thinking, man, I have huge pores. So since this, no more pores. So that is actually step 2, is collagen. That is spray. You can smell the mint in it. It helps even open up your sinus passages. You're taking big, deep breaths, and your pores go super, super small. Then, so I talked about this morning, my Cellutite. Elizabeth, I need that too. So this is my original jar. I made Cellutite, I don't know, maybe 9 months ago. I'm not sure. I don't remember how long it's been. All my days kind of flow together now, especially since COVID. But this is how much I use. So, hi Dora. Hi Laura. That, you can see it right there, goes on my chin. And with that little tiny bit, goes to one ear and all the way to the other. This is a fat burner. This is for, I call it pocket cellulite. This is for areas like your chin, the back of your neck, underneath of your arms, maybe like where your bra area is. I mean, you can absolutely use it on your stomach. I just tell everyone, hi Laura, is just make sure that you don't use it, put it in the crease. Because if you put it in the crease and then all that oil, because it has tons and tons of cinnamon oil. I mean, there's about 35 oils in here, but once that cinnamon begins to heat up, boy, let me tell you, you can feel it. So I just tell everyone, just don't put it in the creases of your skin. So we've already washed our face. We've sprayed our face. And I'm waiting to do the next part until this is almost dry. So now I'm going to tell you about Revive. And I told you a little bit this morning. So Revive is my aloe product that is about a glow. Aloe vera is so amazing. It's such a healer. And so I like glowing skin. I want my skin to glow because for so long my skin was so dry, and dry skin is ashy skin. I mean, I have a grandson. He's like, I don't want no ashy skin, Grandma. I need my skin to glow. And Revive is the answer to that. So when you put it on and you see this glow that's on there, that's exactly how it looks all day. It stays glowing like that. So this permits you to actually look like you've been out in the sun without actually going in the sun. Hi, Maribel. So I am doing my very, very best to keep my skin covered when I go outside. We do a lot of mowing. We have close to 14 acres at the church. I have an acre at my house. I have an acre at my mom's house. So mowing is a big part of our life. And I used to mow in a tank top, shorts, and a ball cap. And now you should see me out there. I am covered. Like the only thing that you can see, I wear a hood over my whole face, over my eyes, over my nose. And all you see is my eyes. And I have glasses. I have a big hat on because of a burn. When you get and down here, where I'm in South Texas, and it's like over 100, and that sun is close to your skin. And even if you're not mowing, even if you just, I'm going to go get in the car, I'm going to go to H-E-B, I'm going to go to Walmart, and you go to Walmart, and you get out of the car, and you had to walk, 2 aisles over in. You're in that sun for like 2 or 3 minutes. And then when you come out, it's another 2 or 3 minutes. And then when you're driving in the car, of course, this is my left side. Because when you're driving in the car, when it comes through the car window, it is amplified because it's coming through glass. So I always tell everyone, when you're driving, be like a lowrider. Like get over on the side. Scoot over a little bit so that your face is not in the sun. Even though you may have tint on your windows, the side that faces the sun, like if you're always in the passenger side, it would be this side, but I'm always driving. I have to be in control. I'm always driving. So mine's on this side. So I want to get rid of that. And so aloe is just, look, I'm going to put a little bit up here so you can kind of see it. I love the glow. It's going to tighten your skin. It lightens, just makes your skin so healthy. You can even put it on your eyebrows and watch your eyebrows begin to grow. Yeah. So, let's see this now. Well, I feel it right here. Peeling these off is kind of like watching Dr. Pimple Popper. You're like, oh yeah. Hi, George. Yeah, so this little tiny bit right there wasn't completely dry because it's still a little bit sticky. But of course it's going to be a little sticky because like I'm on camera right now and I want it to hurry up and dry. And it's not doing it because I want it to. There we go. But it's amazing that you can peel this and even look inside of it at the gunk that just came out of your pore. Well, I'm not doing it right now because look, this is not even dry. It's not even dry yet. So, hi Annie. So, you get the gist of it. You let it dry completely, and when you peel it, you're like, oh my gosh, this is peeling it off. So, well, you're gonna see. So even if it does, even if you got it, if this was in my hair, look, just a wet cloth is going to take that right off. This is the same cloth I was using to get all my charcoal off. So I didn't put hot water. I didn't put anything like that on it. I'm using the same wet cloth. So we've just washed our face. We've just masked our face. Spray, spray, spray. We just let that dry for a minute. Make sure your eyes are closed and your lips are in. We don't want any of that on your lips, because then you're tasting it, doesn't taste good. So next is my next favorite, is my Gold's On. So this is a nighttime routine, what I'm doing here. And nighttime is when you can use Gold's On. I love Gold's On. I love it, love it, love it. So you can see I'm putting right here. This is a healer. This is for skin tightening and lightening. It helps also with collagen. This makes me feel, so just the feeling. Okay, I'm just going to talk about feelings. And this I do put on my lips. Oh, I still have mask right here. So when I put this on, I literally feel so special. Yes, you can put that right on top of your cellulite. I always make sure. Yes, I have permanent eyeliner, and I tell everyone, you can ask anybody who knows me, that if we have talked about eyeliner, I tell them, don't do it. I did this 20 some years ago, and it's still there. And I was in like the twilight zone. It was the most painful thing other than childbirth that I've ever done in my life. No numbing of any sort. They did this much of it and I said, I'm done, stop. Well, it's a tattoo. I was going to look weird for the rest of my life, so I had to let them finish. My eyes were swelled shut for like 2 weeks, so I would never do that again. Hi, Debbie. So I tell everyone, spend the extra 2 minutes and put your own eyeliner on. So anyway, we're back to Gold's On. So let's say you had a little acne breakout right here. This really helps heal that skin. So maybe even the pimple has already started to go away and we want to heal that skin. This is amazing for skin healing. But this right here, this makes me feel like this. So when I put it on, I feel like tiny and petite. I weigh almost 200 pounds, so I'm not tiny and petite. I wear a size 10.5 shoe, so I'm 5'7", and I'm not tiny and petite. But this makes me feel like I'm special, I'm gold, I'm tiny and petite. So I love Gold's On. So there's Gold's On. This just takes a few minutes to dry. And now we're going to go into the cream. So I have 2 creams. I have the Fountain of Youth. This was my very first facial moisturizer. So my first cream was the Balm of Gilead. That's how I got started in all this. My hands were like sandpaper always, my whole life. And I started making cream. Didn't know how to make cream. Took me about a year. So once I mastered that, everyone was telling me, hey, you know, you have to do something for like the eyes and, you know, like for the wrinkles. And so I just started doing research on that. And I came up with the Fountain of Youth. So the Fountain of Youth comes in an AM and PM. The difference between those is the AM has an SPF in it, which what? Blocks the sun. So if we can block the sun before we even start, that's half the battle. Because it's not even our wrinkles that make us look old. It's the uneven skin tone. It's the dark spots. It's blotchy skin that makes us look old. So if we help it, so these are lighteners and tighteners. These have lighteners to help lighten the skin, and they have tighteners to help tighten up the skin. So this is a PM, and there's no SPF in this one. And the one that does have SPF, it's kind of a brown color. And the brown color is because I put SPF in it, but we don't want your skin to look like ghostly. So I have used cocoa powder in it, and that gives you like almost like a little foundation. So my whole goal in skincare is if you don't have to wear makeup, or if you don't want to, you don't have to. You can be beautiful in just your own skin. Love your own skin. And if you take care of it, everybody has amazing skin. We just have to get to it. So the difference between Fountain of Youth and Inner Beauty is 12 times stronger. I made this for my friend Lisa Rodriguez, and you know, she just said she was way too far gone to have any product that was going to help her, and her daughter used my products. So this is my PM. You can see it's white. So actually I had changed the formula a little bit, and it was a little more yellow, but people were like freaking out, why is my cream yellow? And it was actually because I added more vitamin C. But I was already having so many complaints about Fountain of Youth and Inner Beauty that they were just so freaked out about the color. Is it old? What's wrong with it? And I'm like, no, I just added more product. But people were so freaked out, I just took the extra vitamin C out, and it's back to white. So this, we're going to put, look, I put 2 little squirts on my fingers, and that is enough for your entire face. Do I put it on my lips? Absolutely. That little bit went all over my face. I want to go on my chest, and whatever I have left, I want it on my hands, because our hands show age as well. I see so many movie stars that wear these shirts that come all the way down to here, or they have like a little thing that comes around their finger, and it hides their whole hand. And you know why? Because their hands are all spotted. That's why. So put your extra, whatever you have left, because you don't need it on your fingertips. We don't need it here. We need it here. So just rub all that extra in there. So who is saying hello? Hi, my darling Angie. Angie, she worked with me at Sass Shoes. I was a manager at Sass Shoes for 20 years, and she was one of my great salespeople there. The girl, the one that made me love guayabas. So we just got all of our cream on. So we just put on our Inner Beauty. Now we're going for my second favorite product is IMAX. IMAX is a roller ball. And it's got, oh my goodness, there's probably 30 plus oils in here. Solid oil. It's not a cream. And this is for here, here, and right up here. So this is this is going to give you like a lift. This is for, look, this is for severe darkening. So the reason why we get dark circles, that's pooled blood. So you have to turn it upside down because it's a roller ball. If you put it like this, it is going to, as soon as you do just a little tiny bit, it's going to be dry because the oil's in here. So we want to do a lift here because that's going to like raise the skin. My eyes were so closed. I had so much fat on my eyes that when my eyes were open, you couldn't even see. I mean, even with my eyes open, you could not see my eyeliner. I have not had any surgeries, nothing. I even had a lady said, I want to see your ears. I want to see right here on your ear if you had a facelift. I didn't have a facelift. So I do like 1, 2, because I want it on my eyelid. 1, 2. I do it 1, 2, and then we do underneath. We start right in the middle, because this is where we get also dark, right on the inside of our bridge of our nose right here. And then we do it like this. Okay? So you can see how wet my face is right there. Do not touch it. The worst thing that you can do is help IMAX. You don't need to help the IMAX. It's going to work all by itself. Because when you do this and you rub it in, oh, I'm going to help move it around, you just got it all over your fingers. And now that oil that is on your fingers is not going to go into your eyes. So I would say just do this last. Make this your last thing, because then you're going to see it shiny and you're going to want to help it. Don't help it. It is great on its own. It does not need your help. So I have Wow Lash. So Wow Lash is for your lashes if they are, let's say that you've had lash extensions. And you know, like when the glue gets heavy, then the lash extensions get too heavy, and then you start like pulling, and then you get big spaces. Wow Lash really helps stimulate your lashes to grow. So you just put a couple little, and we want it not on the end. We don't need it way up here on the tip. We need it at the base, because it's going to go inside of your pore and really stimulate your lashes to grow. You can go on my webpage to Wow Lash and see the girl that I made this for. Her name is Cindy. She's in my youth at the church. Miss Ruby knows her very well. So I made this for her. She asked for this. So you can put that on the top and the bottom. And guess what? You can, if for some reason, if you have lost eyebrows due to over plucking, you can put it right in your brow. Right in your brow. But believe me, when I say you're going to start getting hair, you're going to start getting hair. So that's Wow Lash. Then we are going to go to, okay, so see that right there? Look, right there. That's what I woke up with this morning. Right there is a pimple. It's trying to come. Of course, my husband said, honey. I go, I know, honey. I mean, I don't know. I still have a cycle. I haven't had a period in years. I'm in menopause. So this is my Target mask. This is exactly for things like this. So this, you just need a tiny bit. Just like right. And look, you just dab it there. And believe me, most people who buy Target mask, so this is for pimples. This is not a face. This is for Target. And that's exactly why I named it Target. Because if you put this over your whole face, your face is going to be red. Believe me when I say red, I mean red. Because it's not for like those areas of our face that doesn't have pores. And as soon as you put it on, you're going to feel this. Everybody calls me, oh, ma'am, it's because like I put on this Target mask. I go, it's pulsating, isn't it? And they're going, yes. And I go, that's exactly what it's supposed to do, because it's sucking that stuff out. So this is great for like pimple, 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 but not for your whole face at one time. spot, target, just a dot. And I have these for like $3 and $6. I mean, one little tiny thing. Look, I've been using this for like a year. Look, you can see how much I still have. Like, because that's all you need right there. One little tiny bit. I talked about hair candy this morning. I love hair candy. So this is my aloe product. You just take a little tiny bit right here, rub that in your scalp for an amazing scalp treatment. Any place where you're having loss of hair, and that's not just men. Like, I actually have a lot. I actually made this for someone very, very close to me who was losing her hair due to stress and needed something for her hair. So I put it on my scalp first. I've got a little tiny bit of hair thinning, like right here, but that, like, my whole entire family has this thing going on right here. So I for sure every day put hair candy right here, because I do not want to lose my hair. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I've lost my hair before. I lost all my hair. I went on a crazy diet when I worked at SAS, and I lost like 98 pounds in 3 months. I only ate tuna and spinach for 3 months. That's all. No vitamins, no nothing. I lost all my hair. Girl, I wore a wig for a few years. So then I put just a little bit up here, and you can use this for like a gel. And so especially like for the ends of your hair, like where, from blow drying and styling, really going to condition your hair. And let's get to my husband's favorite. He's learning to like hair candy. He's like, oh, I didn't know it did that. I'm like, honey, you have been here throughout my entire process. He's like, well, honey, I don't really pay attention to all the stuff you're making. I'm like, okay. So my husband loves these. So you can put your IMAX on, and these are our 24 karat gold collagen masks. These are $2. And these push all of that collagen and everything inside. So these are wet right now. So what I tell everyone, first of all, when you're going to put these on, don't vacuum. Don't be going around picking up your dog's toys. I have a dog that like gets out 20 toys a day. I'm like, Ringo, put the toys away. I just barely vacuum, and in 10 minutes he has all his toys out again. So this is not a bend down, get up, bend down. So this is like, I'm going to lay back and I'm going to watch my favorite program, because in the first 5 minutes you'll see they want to slip down. But it takes about 5 minutes for the first bit of moisture to really absorb in. So look, I'm going to be here talking. See, the more I move my face, the more I talk, you're going to see the more that it wants to slide down. And of course I just put IMAX on. So I just keep pushing those. It takes about 5 minutes. And then once they're stuck there, they're stuck there. But we want them all the way up until it almost touches your eyelashes. And the package, I don't make these, of course. The package actually shows them in reverse. But I like to wear them with the pointed side in, because I want as much collagen on the inside right there, because that's where I get really kind of dark circles, is right on the inside of my eye right there. So I like them. I like the pointed side up against my nose. So these are great if you put them in the fridge first, not in the freezer, in the fridge. And because then when you put them on, they're already cold. So even the coldness pushes all of that puffiness down. Of course, I'm going to be talking and talking. They're going to be sliding. And of course, my last thing. So this is my V mask. I also have one of these in a full mask. So these are $8, and this is like, if you are really going to treat yourself, that is the way to go. Because like where I'm putting this on, you're going to put it on your whole entire face. Let me tell you, you talk about a smooth face when you get done, and you can't go to a salon and get a facial for no $8. But those are amazing. But these are, okay, someone told me, oh, I only wore it one time and threw it away. I'm like, what? These are completely reusable. I'm going to show you mine. I'm embarrassed, but I'm going to show you anyway. Because I've like been using this one for like months. This is the inside of mine. Like with all the Revive and my golds on. It's like already changed colors. This is how this works. There's my lips. This is really, so our muscles have memory. It's super important for you to understand that our muscles have memory. That's why I tell everybody, stop making kissy kissy, because you're going to have all those lines on your lips. Pull this up. So whether you, look, super tight. So all that cream that I put, pushing that in, and it's holding that up. So you know what, let me take this off and show you a little freebie trick. So let me push that back up for a second. We need our neck muscles to be tight. And when we were young, we like would romp around and make all these different, facial expressions. And that's why little kids have really tight necks. And the older we get, the less we move it. You want to start making your neck muscles tight? Do this. Pull your bottom. Look, every one of you at home is trying it right now. Look, pull your bottom chin out and pull it up as far as you can. Look. Hold it like 10 seconds and stop and do it again. Stop. And believe me, you do that 10 times, and tomorrow when you wake up, you're going to go, why is my neck sore? Like, what happened to my neck? Well, it's because you're using muscles that you have not used in a long, long time. So, this is the end. This is what I do at the last, because this is what I'm doing about 2 hours before I go to bed. Sometimes I wear it all night. Sometimes I don't. Just depends. Sometimes I have a tough night sleeping, or it bothers me, or sometimes I am sound asleep and I wake up first thing in the morning and I'm like, hey, I still have my mask on. Sometimes these last all night, or sometimes I wake up and they're on my eyelashes. So this is what I look like when I go to bed. My husband says sometimes I look like a little mummy. But you know what? I have just come to the realization that I'm worth it. I am worth a little bit of time and a little bit of effort so that I feel great about myself. And we need to take care of ourselves and do little things for us that make us feel good, because food only goes so far. You can eat a Twinkie, and for that 2 minutes that you're eating that Twinkie, you feel good. Oh, it tastes so good. But then you're like, yeah, now I just ate a Twinkie, and it's 10:30 at night. I just ate 200 calories that are just going to go to my butt or to my stomach, and like, why did I do it? And then you're down on yourself. You know what? There's no calories involved here. And this just makes you feel amazing. So spend a little time on you, because you are absolutely worth it. So if there's anything that I can do for you all, you can always reach out to me. Hi, Eva. I just want to personally tell you from the bottom of my heart, for all of you that have kept me in business through COVID, I absolutely appreciate you keeping my small business afloat. I have not been to any markets in like 6 months. It is important to me to keep my family safe, my mother, my husband. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Peace out.